But share with us soon, Dr. Zion, the number of schools that you applied to, and why you decided upon applying to those schools. What was the rationale for you
Yeah.
behind that?
So, I actually applied to 10 schools, which is a good amount. It's a lot of schools, and each application is not cheap. This is a very expensive process. Something I wanted to make sure I mentioned. So save your money. But I applied to 10 schools. I applied to Meharry, UNC, UCLA, USC, Tufts, Harvard, University of the Pacific, or Pacific, excuse me. And then also I applied to it's called ATSU. I think it's AT Stills University in Arizona. It's their dental school. Um, and so I chose these schools, just some of them based off of just their name. Others I chose because I knew someone that may have went there, or there was a connection, like say Meharry or Tufts. I have actually a few Morehouse brothers that go there right now, and also a few of my Spelman sisters as well that are up there. And so I had kind of that connection already. And so I just applied. And then, yeah, I would say some of them were just based off location. Like I love California. I love the West Coast. And so I applied to UCLA and USC and Arizona as well, just for location purposes, but also USC specifically, I had done a research program there, a summer research program there during my undergrad years. And so I had a connection for that one. But yeah, and so some of them were location, um, proximity to family, just name or, a real connection. But I wanted to cast my net wide because this is a very competitive process. And so I didn't want to, short myself and, only cast my net this wide when I should have done it this wide to,
Right.
get in school. The goal is to become a dentist. It's not to be at a school just for a name, anywhere you go, you're going to become a dentist. And it's up to you what kind of dentist you want to become and how good of a dentist you're going to be. So that doesn't have
Yeah.
school you go to doesn't have any bearing on that.
No, no, and most patients are not going to ask Dr. Johnson, which school did you go to? I mean, they may. The more important question they're going to ask is, how long you been doing this? Right? Not necessarily the school, but how long you been doing this? So that's
We're-
key. That's key. Now, so tips. Thanks everybody for going all the way through to this section. This is probably one of the most anticipated part of our discussions is tips, and you've shared a lot already, Doc, which is great. But knowing what you know now, and what would you do different, whether it be application, whether it be school selection, whether it be interviews, DAT. Give us 3 tips for pre-dental students that are applying right now to schools like Tufts, to Meharry, to USC, uh, uh, UCLA, University of Pacific, AT Still, all these schools, Harvard, UNC, Meharry, all these schools that you've also applied to. What are some tips for them, knowing what you know now?
yeah. So one, start your personal statement early, way ahead of time. Have it done well before you plan on applying. And yeah, start, and then also I'm gonna make that one, start your application early as well, or start it right on time when it opens. That's one. And then two, I would say, as you go through your undergrad, always keep in mind that end goal. Always know that if the end goal is dentistry and becoming a dentist, that requires summer programs. So getting on top of that, if you're a freshman or a sophomore, making sure that you're not spending your summer at home doing nothing. Make sure that you're going to a summer program, whether you're doing research, you're getting experience, or even if you're shadowing early, get some kind of something that you can add and something that you can be able to speak on when your time comes for that interview that you're going to get. And then also, because this is a very, very, very expensive process, I didn't even recognize how expensive it was. I would say that it's imperative that you save some money. Save some money. If I was going to give a number, I would say to at least save over $1,000 or $2,000, maybe even more, because the application, each one is it could be almost $200, and that doesn't even include the prep for the DAT or the cost of the DAT. The DAT is almost a $500 test as well. DAT bootcamp is a $500 tag. It may even be more now, and so these things are not cheap. So just plan. Don't get discouraged, and definitely don't let the money be try not, hopefully, I mean, money is a very weird thing, but try not to let it hinder you from getting to where you're trying to go. There's always someone out there that you can ask at your school, or just find resources to get that. I'm sure there's a number of dentists out here that are willing to help you matriculate. Like, I've had a number of people who were very, very, very supportive of this journey, specifically some dentists that live here, and so find your mentors, find dentists that you can reach out to, and also find, if you're a student of color, definitely find a one of those organizations that Dr. Darwin was talking about a little bit earlier, like a DID or an IDID, or any of those kind of organizations, because specifically IDID was extremely monumental in getting me to dental school, because my mentor, she was always on top of us, making sure that we were on schedule and on par with getting to school. And so find those people in your area, and even if they're not in your area, find them, reach out to them, and build a connection.
Yep. So you guys, you heard it first. Some more tips about how to get into dental school overall, and even schools specifically like TUFTS, right? Start your application early, especially the personal statement. Focus on the end goal, why you're in undergrad. Do the things that you need to do in undergrad: research, shadowing, going to meetings, meeting people, networking. All those things matter. Also, saving money, right? It's an investment in yourself. That means you have to invest in yourself. Instead of asking for X, Y, and Z for your birthday or for the holidays, tell people to give you a Visa gift card with some money on it, so that you can use that to apply for dental school. You can use that for your DAT. The DAT is $525. It might be more than that, right? You got prep courses. All those courses and those preparations require financial and a financial investment. So use that money that you're going to be asking for birthdays, graduation gifts. Tell them you want a gift card so that you can use it for your dental school application. Find mentors. Find mentors. Everybody's not a mentor, and mentors are not for everybody. Mentors can be older, but they can also be your colleagues, same age or same age group, especially those that are already in dental school, right? Tap into those. And the best way to do that is this 5th tip, which is join and be a part of some pipeline programs, the ones that we mentioned. Bridging Smiles to Dentistry up in New York. I did increasing diversity in dentistry, and then also programs like diversity in dentistry out in Phoenix, Arizona, based out of Phoenix, Arizona. All these things are ways, or these are tips to help you, and strategies to get to that end goal, which is to become an oral health practitioner. Next assignment is go to the next video. Go to the next video right now. Go, go, go. Love, peace, and smiles. Go to the next video. Go to the next video.